A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Carry now for Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. With the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember, met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans, but the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman, and their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. 2nd and 9 now. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw. And big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
2nd and 6. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
3rd and long.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Samuel, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right think they're kind of played into their hands.
The kick is
well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They run. Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throw here right side. He hauls it in. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 73 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
7-point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback, no return for Ayuk.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eluding the pressure right. They'll try and run it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. In trouble, and he's taken down. Nick Vigil drops him for a loss loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47.
Here's 2nd and 9.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Vikings 7. 49ers 3.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Dalvin Cook.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
35-yard line.
They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down.
Couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. coaster. 75 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Vikings 14, 49ers 10.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Cook. Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. This down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The 35-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Complete, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Mostert.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 21-17.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. But now it's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken at the 46. 31 yards on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll drop to throw. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 40-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively off. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Williams. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Bradley. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in.
And this is caught, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 36 yards. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Niners 26, Vikings 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and now it's scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Woods with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now 3rd down and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now in this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. Gets this one to use check. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about Awesome applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to the receiver field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He was brought down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Niners 26, Vikings 21.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. He's been tough for this defense to handle. Over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
On 1st down, Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, a run with motion. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Again, they'll run it with Monster. But he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away.
For the 49ers.
This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Robbie Gould.
Deebo Samuel, 54 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Niners 33, Vikings 24.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone.
stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
To second and 10.
Lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught at the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 46 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Second and 13. Looking outside, he's got a man. That's Cook. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be third and 10.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Flush to his right. And man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Here's Mostert. They'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Daniil Hunter on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 50-yard line. Today's final score.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Niners, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.